You're tuned into Leave a Plug Radio with DJ Spinmore and Treasure D.
Oh. Yo, what's up, everybody? We're here for another episode of Talking for Togetherness. It's the end of the year, so this is just the end of the year wrap up, you know. We started out this podcast, about 5-6 weeks ago? I mean,
something like that.
7 maybe. It's been in the making for some time, but you know, life throws us those punches, those curves, and we still learning how to do it. But we are definitely making the effort that we're trying to, being consistent, which is, you know, key. Consistency is key. And, you know, just to kind of bring people together to talk about them topics that's, you know, taboo and hard to talk about. You know, the wrap up of this year has been something. It's been, for me personally, it's been horrific. And it's also been great at the same time. I definitely, again, work towards some goals that I'm achieving. At the same time, I lost my mom. I mentally lost a couple of other people along the way, you know, because sometimes you lose people in a physical sense, and then sometimes you lose people in a mental sense. You got to do that for your own sanity, you know. You just got to, you know, remove people permanently from your life. You might try over and over to make things work, but then you just see that life might be better without them. I got my UPS hat on. Yes, I'm paying homage to the UPS workers through the holidays. My daughter's a UPS supervisor,
right,
so of course,
now.
You know, definitely want to pay homage. I'm grateful. I still got something in the mail though, and I'm waiting about. You know, but I don't think it's coming through UPS, so I can't really make no complaints. But that's a FedEx situation. But one thing I'd like to say with this year, you know, I just feel like people need to stay woke. And that is like a quote that's so common. Everybody's like, I'm woke. I know, you know, the Illuminati and all this other mess. And I'm not saying it in that aspect. I'm saying it to really pay attention to what's going on. I thought we were out of the COVID. You know, we was past that. They had the immunizations going on. Things was getting better. Everybody was back outside. We were opening up. And then all of a sudden, it's an influx. And, you know, me personally, we got two sides on here. You are definitely fully vaccinated. I still am on the fence about it. Again, I'm not against it at all. It's just that, you know, I don't know. To me, the spokesmen aren't good enough for it. You know, I think that it's a choice to make. But I also think that if you decide not to take the immunization, what are you doing?
Right.
Because I don't think that, you know, this is something that the COVID is something that you should just ignore or think putting a mask on, you know, or being tested frequently is enough to make you, you know, immune from catching it. I definitely think, while I know me personally, why I haven't decided to take the shot yet, I have changed my diet drastically. I have definitely included vitamins on a regular basis and all those things, you know, that we saw grandma and them doing back in the days.
Right.
You know, the elderberry, the zinc, the garlic, the natural herbs, the sea moss, all of those things that you see people promoting and selling now. Yeah, there's reality to that. There's strength to that. Like I said, I'm knocking on wood. So far, so good. But I am taking active steps. I do, you know, try to make sure I isolate myself as enough as possible, but also get out enough for my sanity as well. Because, you know, being isolated, just trying to run from something that you don't even know what you're running from can also have, you know, a mental impact on you, start making you paranoid, you're in the house depressed, you know, so I think it's just important to be conscious of what's going on. I'm watching how, you know, they're giving out these food stamps, these enormous amounts of food stamps to people, but yet we're running out of food. You know, we're spending money. I seen a lot of people, you know, went through, they had the PPPs, they had the unemployment, they had these new businesses, and it's like everything is shutting down now. So I think it's very important to be financially aware of what's going on, start holding on to the dollars a little bit tighter, kind of start investing into one another more so than the whole infrastructure, because basically it's crumbling. You know,
Right.
we got a president. I don't know. This is the least I've ever seen a president or vice president in my life.
For real. For real.
I just, I forget for a moment, and I definitely stress current events. I say that all the time. People, pay attention. That's something we learned at a young age, current events in school. And I think that's more important than anything at this point, just being aware of current events and what's going on. Again, I don't subscribe to watching the news daily. I think that is depressing. I think that is biased. And so, I try to make sure I educate myself and my independently and research information that is important to me. And so I think that everybody should start doing that as far as the educational system, being mindful. These kids have been pretty much, they've lost 2 years of education. And even though, some schools stopped going remotely and they allowed the children to return to school, be conscious that these kids were still stuck on a computer. They had them in class doing the same work, the same framework that they were doing at home without the same lack of assistance.
Right.
So, this is really going to have a significant impact on our children and our future. 2 years might not seem like a lot for some children, and some children can go back and quickly, pick it up and gather. But for a lot of other children, those with, special needs, those that, have ADD and, struggle to focus and learn in that capacity. Because again, when you're saying remote learning, you're targeting one learning style, and you have various types of learning styles for these, kids. You got hands-on, you got visual, you got auditory. So there's so much to think about. And I know, parents aren't teachers. They didn't go to school to become teachers. They went to study whatever career choice of their own, and that's what they specialize in. So it's understandable that, they don't know how to just become a teacher overnight in the home and structure it to that capacity and get their kids involved, and how do I spark their interest. But at the same time, I think it's really important that we as parents, aunts, uncles, grandparents, make sure that we are doing some type of independent education for our children, even if it's just basic needs of knowing money, knowing how to count it, what's percentages. These are regular natural survival skills that these children are missing out on. It's really a critical time. So again, these are all the things. When I say be woke, I'm just saying be woke to what is happening. There is a change where they have these movies out like The Purge and all these other documentaries, The Day America Crashed, and something where they're talking about the whole Facebook being down. And while some people didn't realize what was happening, there was a large population who did realize what was happening the day that Facebook was down and Instagram was down. I myself even looked and was like, oh, is my computer not working? I asked my daughter, I was like, I don't think the computer is working. And it's like, no, it's just, we really made that a significant part of our life, as much as we want to admit it or not. We rely on information from social media. We get up and we didn't go anywhere last night or something. We would see. We check in the morning. Like, that's common for so many people to take their phone in the bathroom for that morning bathroom run to see what's going on the internet.
What's going on?
Yeah. And it's like, so, we've become conditioned slowly but surely. And I think beyond our even own recognition, how much we have become dependent on the internet and the social realm of things. From shopping, I mean, you don't even have to go to the supermarket anymore.
No.
Most of my male friends, they say, "Oh, well, I got Instacart. I'm going in, I'm doing this, and then they bring my food to the door." You clothes.
Yeah.
We on Shein, we on all the other little female, shopping things to get our clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So we heavily heavily rely on this
Yeah.
internet,
Yeah.
and it's controlled.
Yeah.
All it takes is the app shut down of the towers, and that's like
It's
boom.
over. It's over.
You know, we don't even have dial-up phones anymore, and to the point where they don't even really allow you to have it anymore because everything is on a mobile network.
Right.
We don't know phone numbers anymore.
I
So
don't know the
even if
number.
you had access to a phone and they shut down the internet, it's like, you know, if you can't get to that cell phone with all the information and the numbers and they're programmed in, you're like a fish out of water.
Mhm.
You know, it's a lot going on in that we are heavily controlled. We get up here, we make these podcasts, we post these pictures and all these things. They own this. When you sit and you go to your Facebook and it says memories from 15 years ago,
Mhm.
and it shows a picture that you put up 15 years ago,
Mhm.
and it gives you the opportunity to reshare it. And I know I've seen a couple of folks like, oh, hey, resharing this. Oh, Jesus. Well, that's how I was feeling. And I'm trying to reflect back to that moment. But yeah, it's captured and recorded.
Yeah.
You know, so again, being mindful of the things that we say and do on this public forum, that, you know, a delete on the phone or a delete on the screen is not a delete from the system. It's not a delete from the world. It's there. Once you hit post or send, or it's there.
Mm-hmm.
It's there. You know, we look at, you know, the lives of some of these kids and the situations that's occurring, and, you know, the incarceration and the snitching that, you know, people claim. You know, a lot of that is done on yourself. A lot of trails are left independently. You know, it's not someone told on you. You told on yourself. And let's think about who we're impressing. For the 2-2, I'm not trying to impress you. I'm serious. I think that it is time that we started off this podcast, one of the episodes of living your best life. And I stressed in is, to me, is living past others people's, you know, predictions or assumptions of what you should be doing and how you should be doing it, whether it's based on your occupation, based on your side situations. You know, how people say, oh, you're doing a podcast, you got to be mindful of what you say or what you do. And it's like, that's kind of why I came on, because of the freedom to say and do, you know, what I kind of would like. I mean, if you look at it, everybody kind of gets on here and says and does what they want to. Everybody has different opinions and different outlooks to things. I think it's important in too that we learn how to agree to disagree. Your mic is muted. I see you, but your mic is muted. But yeah, so I'm just saying, I think that it's really important that we learn to respect others' individuality, others' different ways of thinking. Being independent, standing on your own. If it feels good to you and it makes you happy and it is not hurting anyone else, stand on it. Stand on it. I say for myself, I thank the higher being, whatever it is, because I am definitely sometimes a trusting and giving person where it's not warranted. But I've learned from myself a lot of times in the past, like, oh, how did this happen? Or how did I find myself in this predicament? And I say, no, there were signs from the very, very beginning. It's just that I didn't adhere to the signs. But I've learned for myself. Oh, I adhere to the signs real quick from the very beginning. When I start seeing the shadiness from the top, I know to remove myself. I know to stop going past the warning signs and wanting things to be different in people and wanting and expecting more from people. That is out the window for me. It's a big thing called, you know, we stress with this whole relative, you know, this societal thing that relatives, you owe your family, and there's a certain amount you have to give, and no matter what. No, that's not for everyone. That is for some people. I, but I think that people have got to learn to understand that sometimes people are people, and it doesn't matter if they're related to you or not. It's what's healthy for you, what their relationship does to you, how it affects you. And if it's a relative or not, if it's harmful for you, you need to separate yourself. And it's okay. I say that to people because I know a lot dealing in the mental health field. A lot of my clients struggle with family relationships, and they have this sense of, but I can't, or I got to keep trying, but people will look at me differently if I don't. And it's like, but who's looking at the fact that you're breaking down, that you're mentally depressed, that you have anxiety, that you stay angry, that you can't function at your job? All of this because of a relationship of someone who's supposed to be family. No, no.
Mhm.
Family is people who love and care for you, and it does not always have to be a relative. And I'm here to speak on it. I'll stand and I'll speak to it to the day I die.
That's right.
I've seen family do some of the most horrible things to other family members at their most vulnerable times.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, no, my whole outlook of things have changed. And again, I'm not saying that that's for everyone. I'm just saying stop letting titles constrict you. For the new year, do something new, enjoy you. Make it about you. Be something new, let yourself go. Enjoy your life. That is definitely my goal and word of motivation to others. Now I seen these two quotes, and I took them from my friend Desi's. I took them from your page, so I kind of want to put it up there because it's to the world. But the post, to me, again, we're starting a new year, going into a new year. I'm past making these New Year's resolutions. I'm gonna lose weight, or I'm gonna do. Nah, I'm gonna keep trying to live my best life. It's not to start it next year or the first or the second. No, it's to start every day. I've started already, and there's nothing new but to keep going and stay focused on improving me and living my best life. I saw this was the first one. I'm so tired of people running around with a mouthful of scripture and a heart full of hate.
Mm.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
For real.
Because again, we get on here and I see some of the people that have the best words, like they put up the best quotes, and they're constantly making judgment calls, and it's like, but behind the scenes, you don't have a value system that you stand on. You don't have a moral system that you stand on. Boundaries, like I see boundaries to me have kind of gone out the window. Like people won't, I'm not going to tolerate this, or I'm only going to go but so far. People, we need to set boundaries and have them and stand on them, because if you don't, people will just run amok on your life. Really.
Mm.
And it is those that speak those positive words that behind the scenes do some really mean things, or they're sitting there hating on a person, what they're doing, what they're trying to accomplish, bad mouthing just a person's energy, a goal setting. We gotta get past that. She put another one up there that was definitely moving to me. Let me put that other one up.
Mm.
I don't give a hootin' what nobody says. When someone do you dirty and you still love them, that shit eats you up. They'll do you dirty, play the victim, then try to convince people it's you. It doesn't matter how much you try to act like it doesn't bother you or try to fake your emotions about the situation. It still fucks with you. When you have a good heart, loyalty means everything to you, especially when others make it seem like you don't give a damn about it.
Yeah.
Getting fucked over will put you in a different space and make you view everybody different. Nobody will understand silent pain and betrayal.
100% facts. Well. Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it just it touched me at the time, because right now I just dodged a bullet.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, again, I'm one of those people who like to jump out the window kind of and help, but sometimes people just not knowing each other, you can't just help people. you know there's a reason why you build a certain loyalty to certain people, because it's a reciprocation thing. You find yourself in different situations where that person comes through for you, or that person comforts you, or that person holds you down. So when you find it and you want to, you just pour this out to strangers, sometimes it's a good call, and sometimes it's not. But I do see that people will turn something, nice into something terrible, and it's like, but you don't want to accept your own accountability into the situation. You don't want to accept what part you play in it, how situations go, and then you want to spread and talk about the situation and just give your version of it, or your story, or your sad victimization of it. And it's like, we can try to run down every story, like we talked about lies. We can
Right.
try to
That's
run down
part of that.
every story. But then sometimes you can just learn from things. Like I said, and you can say, hey, I dodged a bullet. And guess what? It's going to fall back on someone else. And karma is so real. It's so real. People say it and they think it, and it's like, well, sometimes I hear people say that karma, 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 and they shoot it out, and it's like, you're speaking as though you were a victim. And so as you speak and calling for it, that is part of it, that you're in a situation that you're calling on karma to come, because you're not realizing that you've created a situation. So, once again, going back to just being mindful of things, wondering why when you ask someone for help, or you need help, we got to think about why should a person even help you? I mean, like, what does the person get out of it? Are they gaining something? You got to really assess situation, because it's like sometimes people, it's like, if they're not trying to help, they're not gaining a thing out of it. In fact, they're losing. How do you not see that it's helped, that it is helped for you? And then, where does the sense of entitlement come from? Because I feel like a lot of us walk around with a sense of entitlement, like, okay, I asked you for this, or I need you to do this, and I'm upset if you can't, or I'm angry if you don't come through. And it's like, am I in debt? have you done something that I owe this to you, or is it out of the kindness that I'm trying, but I set limitations and boundaries for myself. I'm not gonna tolerate certain things, and so we really got to check ourselves. Really, that I think that we're at a time where we got to do a lot of self-reflection. And again, the whole purpose of starting a podcast and coming on and saying let's talk for togetherness is like for us to kind of call on each other. Hey, let me pull you up by your boots, bro. You doing this, or you do? And I would expect the same thing, because none of us are perfect. We all have flaws.
Right.
But we have to be able to look at a bigger picture and be able to speak on what we want and what we mean and what we say. I'm often criticized for being outspoken, and it's like, sometimes it doesn't always come out all the way right, depending on how far I'm pushed to express myself. But I don't mind somebody say, hey, you didn't have to express yourself into that capacity, but I heard what you're saying, because there's a reason to it. And I've, in these last 3-4 years, I got into a space where I try to be quiet. Like I'm not, I'm not gonna say nothing, or I'm gonna watch things happen that's never happened to me, that is never occurred. I don't know where this goes on. Like people don't talk to me this way, or they don't try me in this way. Like it's just little things, and it's like, but okay, let me take a different approach to it, because again, people saying being outspoken is something, but I've come to decide I don't like it. Okay. Period. Now, sometimes when I am expressing myself, I might be a little aggressive. It might get loud if you're battling what I'm saying. I
Right.
can't be heard, and we're not having a mutual discussion. But overall, no, I'm gonna say my piece. I think for me that is a better thing for me to do. I'm very clear and open. Even with on here, I don't call names. That's not my goal. But it is on the flip side, it is my goal to address certain things and certain people.
That
Like
happened. Yeah.
right, I don't have to say your name per
Right.
se, but if this has just occurred, this is me. This is the 9.5 that I wear. Let me go on and jump my foot in it. Yeah. And again, I don't mind it being given back to me, because it to me, I feel is how you live. There was a time that I've done dumb things, mean things, said things, cruel things,
Yeah, me too.
and all of that.
Me too.
Yeah, growing up,
Yeah, me too.
no, please, But again, as we reach adulthood and we have children that we're raising and grandchildren that we're raising, and we're trying to set an example for, you got to keep checking yourself. And so at this point, it's like, no, some of the things that's involved is like, that's so childish, that's so back in the days for me. It's like, I want to call you on it, or that I'm going to call you on it, so you keep it from around me. That's
Right.
to me is a deterrent. Know that's she's when it comes to this, or she comes to that, she's that way. And I, it's some flaws that we got to pick and choose for ourselves. People can tell us, and we can look at it, and we can say, yeah, you're right, I see that, and I need to change that. Or, yeah, you're right, but it works for me. It worked for me. And I think, again, that's something we got to really start figuring out what works for you.
Right.
I look at some of the the battles that I endured this year, and it's like, trying to, there's times that I wanted to run out and clarify the situation. And then I said, well, I'm talking to people older than me. Whoa, wait a minute. At this point, it's in time. Age alone brings experience,
You're supposed to.
But then I also get to the point where I learn it's where you go and what you do. Back to that exposure thing that I said before. If you sit around amongst the same people doing the same thing repeatedly, you're going to stay in that same mind frame. But when you jump from this place and you see, oh, there's these people and they think this way and they operate this way. And then you go somewhere else and you see these people and they go and then you see, and then you start saying, oh, there's no universal way of doing things. There's universal poverty, universal wealth. There's certain common level grounds, but then it's like that in between, that middle class of people is different.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't have these expectations from people who haven't been exposed. And you can't even say like exposed, like, well, I went on vacation. I went to Puerto Rico. I went to Cancun. I went to these tourist sites where everybody from the same circle is going there. So when you on this tourist site, you're still around like minds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about when you go somewhere different and you're out intermingling with the people of that neighborhood or the people of that state, and you're totally interacting into the point where you're listening to what they're saying and you're grasping an understanding of what is their norms compared to what our norms are. And then you start seeing like, oh, okay. Then it's more to life. I said, for me, 22, I want it to be new. I'm telling everybody, do you. 22, do you. Come out of the bubble. Come out of the stigma. Come out of the whole fashion trend and following trend. Be you. I see the young people, you know, again, this was all started about wanting to do the music show. And I you know, teeter-totter with that. Again, I'm never going to give it up. Yes, that's going to happen. It's been postponed with the hopes of an audition that, you know, praying for it works out this week. Because if not, you know, we just got to keep on moving. Like you said, consistency is everything. And, you know, we wanted to start that off with the showcases and everything. But I guess, you know, with COVID, it's kind of shifting things. But at the same time, like I said, with this music, and I watch, you know, with the deaths that we lost this year with the rappers and stuff, it's like, look at the bigger picture. I love music. I love, you know, all type of rap, the drill rap, the gangster rap, the whole rap. You know, I do.
That's what you call it.
I mean, what you talking about?
I mean, listen,
your head is dipped in the balls. Or what is that? That's rap. I mean, we can't act like it's nothing else. They say it themselves. We had it when our time. We had the Lil Kims. We had the Fox. That's the difference, though. Muhammad Diaz and all of them. We had diversity. Right. Like I said, it's entertainment to me. I'm a grown woman. I know what entertainment is. It doesn't rule my life. It doesn't make me want to get a gun and kill nobody. Any of that other stuff. If I'm feeling a way, it's going with the mood I'm feeling, and I have self-control. But at the same time, overall, we got to really listen to what, you know, what's going on. You sent me the podcast link. What is that? What's the name of that show?
Which one?
When he was talking about Flocka, K Flocka.
05. 050.
050.
Yeah.
And
China Brim and all that.
China Brim and like I said, we gotta really look at the message that we give in, what we want to get out there. You know, how it's presented. Right. Like, you know, what do I say? If I'm a Crip, am I supposed to listen to what a Blood got to say? Oh. You know, like I'm just saying, let's look at presentation of how we giving it off. You already said your name, Brim. I already know, so that's already boom. I already know what's happening. If you're in the world, you got to know what's happening. Right. So again, with marketing, I'm not saying what again is bad or anything. I'm not. Listen. I say sororities, all these other little things is little. They got gang, right. Gang some, you know, and again, I am one. So I'm not going against it. But what I'm saying is, what is your gang representing? And while you are representing and standing on your gang, and even in the title of your name, what are you standing? Are you standing on unity? Is it clear that every time you come on? Because again, if I'm saying I'm Blood, I feel like the minute I come on, I need to let you know that. That's what I chose for whatever reasons, but I still love the Crips. I still love the Yetas. I still love whoever else is out there, who's and this, that, and the third. So it just, to me, it now puts an extra job on my job. And then when I say I want to speak to the youth, do I have a certain population of youth already not listening to me just because of my name? Because they saying we follow something different. Now we all follow the same thing. We Black and we struggling. We trying to survive. Everybody is trying to survive.
I'm trying to do better. You know what I'm saying? Get out there. You know.
You know, the thing was with these children. What do we do with them, like these kids? Because it is what it is. They're not dying like we were not dying like them. I'm not saying that we didn't. There was some members of us that got killed growing up and different things, but not at the rate that they are. Not for the level of nothingness that they do. Not for the beefs that's not even a beef. The beef. Yeah. Not for the girls that everybody is trying to impress, that everybody is sleeping with. Not for the drugs that don't have you thinking past go. Like, really stop and think about what's going on here? How do we change? And the topic was like, can we who can address these youth? Who can talk to them? Can an OG talk to them?
Man.
And can your mama talk to you? Like let's
It starts from home.
Let's start with some more accountability.
Right.
You know, let's start with accountability in the home. We just kind of bypass parenting, let the kids do free will, everything. They make their own decisions. I'm not stagnating in their life. I'm not limited. No, I'm limiting you. You a child. Yeah, let's get more involved in our own children instead of the children of someone else.
Right.
Instead of the superstars that we're entrapped in and we talk about and we look, let's start really doing some self-reflection. No, I don't. At this point, I look at it and it's sad, but I don't think there's like no OGs out there really that can really talk to these kids to that capacity.
Not right now, no.
And what's even worse is a lot of times when you got an OG that can talk to them, he trying to be the man over them.
Yeah.
Let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay, you might hang out with a 20, you 45, 50 years old, and you saying I'm out with the 25-year. Okay, you out with them tonight, you teaching them something. Oh, but you hang with them every day? Y'all got something in common. Really think about that. I'm a grown child. Yes, it is times. Come on, girl, you coming up. But we not gonna hang every day. Because again, we shouldn't have, but so much in common. We have real, you're learning real life things, and I want to be around. Let me show you when you're in the club. Make sure you don't put that. You see how to play that. You see how you walk. So you might go in there and hang from time to time to give pointers, but you that is your friend now. That's your bestie.
The kids nowadays is doing drugs with their parents. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
We got the parents running their mouth and then they go get their kids.
Yeah.
I got a problem. Oh, so-and-so mama wanna, but you ran on your mouth and now you gonna go get your child and involve your child into nonsense?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't even fathom that. I don't get where that comes from, but we gotta look at again, let's start holding accountability to ourselves. We keep, blame history. History definitely has an impact, but at what point are we going to start being accountable? When are we going to say, your child is rapping and they spend, okay, can you mix it up a little bit? Can you say something? Can you give, because again, we all have those natural gangster moments. It's entertainment. Let me feel like that. Right. But can you switch it up? Can you also be real?
Mm-hmm.
Can you stop talking about the 10 dudes you murdered that you didn't kill anybody? Can you stop calling out somebody just because they from another block when they just start starving and struggling just like you, everybody trying to get on?
Just trying to get on.
You finally make it to get on and get killed. For what? To never spend that money, to never see it, to never do any of the things that you wanted to do for your parents or whoever else for them to now be ripped off by the system and everything just goes back down to what? To what? Why? It makes no sense. We keep relying on this government and making excuses. No, let's have accountability. You want to be all these rappers, you want to sell 1 million. Network with your own people. There's 1 million of us out there. You're trying to run from a deal when everything is on the internet to get used and abused by a system? Really? At this point, you want to sign a contract for what? Again, stay woke. Look who is on the internet. You see the rap, the lifestyle that you're chasing. These people are right here doing just what you're doing. So what would you want to sign your life away to somebody to control your music when you can go and sit and do the same thing, upload it and put? If you're talented and you believe you're talented, it is what it is. Get out there, promote your stuff, push your stuff, be committed to it. Don't sit here and run around talking about killing everybody that you can't go nowhere else and promote your music. Learn some social skills. Learn to say, brother, we in the struggle together, though. Let's just try to build. Let's go from this place to that place. Let's try to build our name up.
Right.
Let's make a show. Let's make our own concert. Let's do these things. Have some faith in what you're trying to do. Stop destroying yourself. Stop working so hard to get killed. It's sad to me. And then we cry and we have these tears. It's like, oh my God, how did this? What you mean how it happened? We talking about when it was going to happen. Why are we in such denial about how did this happen? Huh? About just last night, he said he was gonna come shoot right then. He's sitting out. He said he's in front of their building. Excuse me, I know it's 3 a.m. Nobody's out here, but yeah, that's how it happened. What are you talking about? Like parents, what are you doing with your children? What are you teaching them besides the music? Besides how to twerk, I don't know. I watch TikTok and all these things, and it's like, everything is okay. They doing it with their parents.
Yeah.
So why would you not expect your child to grow up in this way? And yes, these are the youngest, these are the richest entrepreneurs, scam artists, kids saying more than what we have. Mm-hmm. But again, what is that going to? If you have that opportunity to put your hands on that type of money, what you're burning it? I watch these kids on Instagram burning money. Like right then and there, your mother should have beat your ass. Your father, somebody should have spanked you. Like when do we pull the ranks in? It's time. It's time. We they killing us and we killing us faster.
Yeah.
We killing us faster. For nothing. I done watched it this year. Are you kidding me? And when it go wrong and we know somebody done did it and we go wrong, we quiet. We quiet. We off to the next topic. We don't want to say nothing. When we gonna start saying something? It's time. If you're not gonna say nothing, don't say nothing. Period. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing about nothing. Don't tell. I don't want to hear about the R. Kellys and the this that when I'm not hearing about Uncle George and brother James. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about indictment when mothers and fathers was there the whole time and they brought you they introduced you to your children the same way these women are doing it now. You don't care if your child 16 years old, he 30 and he got money. It's okay. He in there calling you mama. It's not no. I watch kids get pimped out on a daily basis. Pimped out in a variety of ways. Pimped out in foster care. Hey, they here for a check. Pimped out at home. Pimped out to use their daddies. Yeah. And again, I'm not saying that the men don't slack too. Because again, you go into prison ain't an excuse for the rest of your life either. Oh, I was in jail. How long that's gonna last? What the hell you do in jail? Like you knew you was gone from society. Did you plan to come back and be a citizen in society? So did you prep for that? Oh, you didn't? Okay, well, how long is it gonna take you to catch on? Let's accountability all levels. You don't I don't know, mom, you gotta try. Yeah, try. You don't know how to do this parenting thing. But obviously, the other parent don't know too well either. Try. Everybody a little bit of something to help everybody. We not our kids' friends. We our kids' parents. We got parents for a reason. That's who kid gonna listen to. That's where it's gonna start. Because as bad as most of these kids is, if you look, they usually loving their mama or daddy. One of them. One of them.
Yeah.
They usually hate the other. If I love my daddy, I hate my mom. If I love my mom, it's a problem to say I love both of them. But if they're not together, that seems to be,
That's what it is. Yeah.
You know, but at the end of the day, again, it starts with you. Check your child. Keep your child out of grown folks' business. Like that's appalling. I don't know. Like, are you kidding me? My child's 32 years old and still didn't have a fight. It wasn't until this year that she even got challenged to a capacity. and in that, like, where they do that? What kind of nigga ghetto shit is this? So again, we gotta let's really look at ourselves for the 2021. Try to do you be a new. Set boundaries. Don't take it. Don't stand for it. Don't impress nobody. They not worth impressing. They not trying to impress you. You ain't got to impress them. No. And speaking of impression, again, me being me. I think that sometimes people think they see the thickness and they think there's slowness or desperateness. I don't know. It's never been me. So, that's the pleasure of doing this talk show with somebody who know me, because that's why I hate people, because y'all done had people try to put all kind of stigmas on me. Oh, you nice, you friendly, you think so. I'm social. I'm social, and that's it. So when I sit and I look at people, the DMs and all of that, don't move me. I'm not desperate. Don't think for a second that I am. Still can count what I slept with. So sorry, no. You in my inbox. Let's really think about it. You in my inbox and you don't know nothing that I got going on, and you ain't supporting nothing that I do. Why would we even be attempting to talk? I'm not rude. I'm social. I respond, but I look. How is it that I have or clicked your membership? You was forced. Did not email you one-on-one and broke it down so you saw. But what I'm saying is, when I go to your page, do I see you say, you ain't even got to watch my show? Do I see you pushing it? Hey, support her. Do I see you say, hey, I like her. She's called Mary Kay. Let me get some lip gloss. Oh yeah, let me take a second. Again, I sell, and I don't really sell stuff that I don't talk about. If you notice, I usually put the CarMax on about 50 times. I ain't have to have this on all day. Just put a little bit more on it. That's that Mary Kay. That's the one little thing I do. I wear lip gloss. You think they say, well, shoot, let me impress. She's selling it. I don't care if you bought it for your mama or anybody, but hey, I like it. Hey, I bought it for you, honey. No, so you ain't got nothing that you don't know what I got going. What you think what we hollering about? Y'all talk about y'all don't want these whole women, or y'all won't go. If I'm with somebody and they trying to do something, I'm pushing their dream harder than my goddamn own. Hence why we gonna be doing the music show in the first place. All this leftover stuff, investments and whatnot. So again, like I said, I'm not coming to you. I'm not a woman that's asking you to do something. If you got a dream, I'm gonna push you. You ain't gonna fall on your dream. But if you sit here, you interested in me, and you not interested in, you don't know nothing that I got going on. What you interested in? It's not gonna happen, B. So you can stop. You can stop. And it's unfortunate you probably don't even watch this to even know. But it's to the point where I feel like I'm gonna have to cut and do on the highlights. Let me put it in on the page so that Let's stop it. Learn how to deal with a woman. I don't know what you think you used to dealing with, or what you've been dealing with. Some of these women don't have, and I'm not asking no man for no bag. But if you're not even investing in something that I'm doing, you're not even showing interest in what I'm doing, you don't know what I got going on, you're not supporting. Like, again, I said, even if you didn't buy, let me promote this. Let me put it on my page just so she sees. She know I'm showing her stuff. But yet you feel like, hey, love, what you doing? Working on my goals. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, shit.
What you doing? You ain't never asked me, hey, what you need my help in anything? Is there a way I could promote? You got flyers or something? Oh, I told my mother or my aunt or my boys they do the face cream. Because again, what we talking about? Stop. Stop. Because we fronting. That's what we both doing. We fronting. I'm social. I ain't rude. But come on. I done had to. When you getting back home? When you coming to ATL? The fuck? What we doing? I'm supposed to serve the. Because again, what do you're not interested. You're not supporting anything that I do that I have going on or anything. You basically you really don't even know. And you say, "What's the show? I got a show. You got I'll see you got a podcast. What's it about? I don't know." Right? You don't know. What else do? You don't know. So again, so when you ask me when I'm coming, what you thinking? Coochie a la mode? You want me to come bring it to you and serve it to you? Guys, and I like I said, I realize that's why I tell anybody, any female that you in a relationship that it just got hit a bump. Girl, if you don't ride that bump, because there's nothing but gravel and potholes out here. These people are not looking, and there's no more no romance, and it's not what you think it is out here. And I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. I'm saying that it's rare. I'm saying that boundaries have been lowered so far that a man ain't even trying. That's too much. I done heard that too many times. That's too much. You doing too much. You talking too much. You asking too many questions. You doing right. Too much. And that's going to be too many problems down the line that we didn't talk about it now. So yeah, right. It's too much. And I'm comfortable with being alone. There was a time I couldn't. It was like it. I just stick it out, stay with the same old. This way I don't add no new names on the list and just still have my needs. No, it's all right. It's a rose out there for somebody, everybody. I don't know, but no. Learn to love you. Learn to set boundaries. Learn to be happy. Learn to stop accepting and settling. For what? You are not promised tomorrow. COVID is back with a vengeance. Omicron. Next comes Sigma, Tau, Upsilon. I don't know. Alpha, Psi, Omega. There's so many Greek letters left that we. So think about it. Let's just this year's been a hell of a learning experience for me. This year has been very exhausting for me, very hurtful, very traumatic, very, sad, but then it's also been uplifting. That it's been a focus. It's like, oh, I overcame it. I was stuck in COVID. COVID beat me down. I wasn't up on the they wasn't giving me none of that. And I overcame it. And now it's back. And they ain't giving us nothing this time. Nothing.
Nah.
But a vaccination.
That's it.
Now I don't even know if that's gonna work. Does it work, Mark? Is it helping?
I don't know.
I couldn't tell you. Again, I'm not against it.
I went through it.
I'm not against it.
I took it because I had COVID before. I
Probably.
Yeah, I had it kind of bad, whatever. But I decided to do it because I work for the people that social stuff. So that's why I took it. You know what I'm saying? The first one it brought me back to COVID again. You know what I'm saying? For the first shot. You know what I'm saying? The second one didn't do nothing. This booster shot I just took the other day, it's an up and down thing. You know what I'm saying? The arm is not swollen, but it's kind of stiff. You know what I'm saying? Where they shot the needle at, whatever. But I don't feel no different, to be honest.
Do you feel more secure having it?
That's in the mind, but even I don't feel secure because people that's catching it is the ones that is vaccinated. So you can't feel that. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I just did it, so I won't be able to, well, you can still pass it to somebody else too, so it's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? I just took it to take it, but, I'm just trying to stay safe the best way I can. I'm out there, I wear gloves. You know what I'm saying? I don't touch no money. I really don't, because, you got to, my job, they give me money and stuff like that. So I try not to, grab the money. I don't want the money. Some people I just let on, just go on, and they just take it out of my check. It is
Which
what
is
it is.
How you got it the first time, taking money.
Taking money, right. You know what I'm saying?
You knew it felt when you got it.
Yeah, it went through my body from all the way through, and I said, oh, what was that? And that put me in a different place that night. Then later on, a couple of hours, I would start shivering. So I don't know when people saying that it takes 3 to 5 days. I know that day it felt like something went through my body from feet to the head.
Instantly.
Tingling, yeah, some tingling sensation. Soon as we exchanged, you know what I'm saying, and then she walked right past me, and the lady was talking about that she was around somebody that test positive, but that was after the fact. You know what I'm saying? Me and her encountered it. You know what I'm saying? She talked afterwards, and I was like, "What was that about?" And then that was crazy. I ain't gonna lie, I never felt nothing like that in my life. A tingling sensation from the feet all the way to your head. I grabbed the Lysol, sprayed myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm going crazy. But that night, I was shivering, all type of stuff. It was over. 3 days later, I found out I had it. I took the test. You know what I'm saying? Boom, that was it. And I was down for 3 months. And then I had that bad cough. We was on the phone all that time.
Yes,
We had the
I know.
cough.
I was going to have to
Had
tell you. I'm
had
like,
that cough.
"Nah,
You're like, yo, you all right? You all right over there? You all right over there? So I'm like, yo, this cough. I ain't gonna lie. It took me at least about 6-7 months to that from that cough. But I kept using zinc. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I do the zinc. I was doing vitamin D3, all type of stuff. I could just taking all type of vitamins. You know what I'm saying? But I was taking stuff before that kind of, it wasn't on a regular basis how it is now. But
That
I
me
was,
and here looking up the stuff to send, make sure.
yo, you're good.
Straight. We gotta get them straight.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I really didn't want to take nothing because I really didn't want nothing in my body, but I was just like, yo, I was counted out like kind of from having it. So, for me to survive it. And then I had the antibodies in my body too. So I was just like, yo, let me just take it because I really don't want to catch it because by me catching it, I'm passing to somebody already, you know what I'm saying? The whole family had it. The dog had it, you know what I'm saying?
And
So,
that's the thing, because again,
yeah.
I keep saying I'm not against it, and
Yeah.
I honestly know the government, of course, they want to give it. If they want us to all have it, they can give us all the shot, wherever whether they stick it in the food, whether they stick it wherever. I'm conscious of that. Like, okay, no. So again, they poison us in a lot of ways. It's just a slow death because we're stuff we eat in is artificial and all of the above. So I'm clear on that. But it's just, again, like I said, me personally, I'm just trying to go with trying the natural way opposed to the shot. And every time I get close, it's just the commentators or the incentives. And it's just like, why isn't the vaccination in itself the incentive? That's my deterrent. Like, listen, hey, give it to me. Like, it's just the spokespeople. It's like, I'm listening Christmas and she's like, listen, if you got the shot, do everything as if you didn't have the shot. The Omicron has found a way to break through the shot. And like, that doesn't sound encouraging. That like, tell me that, listen, we don't know how effective it is, but it's better than nothing. We're trying to build it. Like, so give it to me raw and real. Stop giving it to me like this is the miracle drug. And there is no miracle drug because you don't even have the thing figured out. Or, well, then again, you do because it's patent. So that is not figured out. It's figured out the same way as AIDS, slowly but surely. I guess they're gonna release it's been a cure, So yes, so I'm not. I want to be clear when I say that. It's like that is an individual decision, but I don't think that you should do, if you're not taking an immunization, that you should be doing nothing. And
you gotta have something.
And it is a difference when somebody's saying, hey, you can't pay your rent this month unless you take the shot. Like some people they didn't take it, even though they may present it at that point. Once you have it, you might, again, if I got it, I'm gonna own it. But a lot of people didn't take it because, hey, I'm gung ho for the shot. I gotta pay rent. I gotta keep a roof over my head, and they have pushed it to the point where I have no choice. And it's not like we're taking a united stand and everyone is saying we're no one's coming to work tomorrow because you're not going to be forced. So again, I haven't been to that point. That's why I'm struggling in life to try to do and sell and be entrepreneur on all levels, because I don't ever want to be to a point where I have to be told. And I mean, it may come this year. We're sitting there like, oh, okay, are they,
you're being in a situation.
Our clients, all of our clients, outside of telehealth, and it can be that this year. Like, no, you're back to in-person sessions and what have you. And it may get to a point where I'm like, no, or I don't have a choice because I want to live this certain way. I don't want to be back. I don't want to be back where I came from, So, it's just being mindful. So again, I watch you go through it. And so, I'm like, shoot.
Nah, I'm just saying. I mean, it ain't my thing is with the way they do it, because they want to say that if you got some type of religion or something like that, and if you some other circumstances like health wise, that you were exempt from the shot. So how can they force everybody else to take the shot? You know what I'm saying? It should have been mandated for everybody, though. You know what I'm saying?
Like, and I don't mean to say it in that way or not, but you do have like real Muslims, and I speak.
No, I'm not saying that. Yeah,
we don't. It's not like we're not taking this shot.
Right.
We don't take none of your stuff.
Right.
Period. And we stand on the 365.
The Jews is like that and all that.
Too. Yes, and but you've already been living a lifestyle like that, so you didn't decide. There's a lot of people that decide, hey, I'm and I'm this now. They want to go to church Sunday and say, hey, I want to be a member now. No, that's different.
But they ain't going for that though.
So they're not.
Yeah, they said nah. You put it in before,
and that isn't fair to the people who truly stand on that. So yes, it's my religion, and I don't take any of your stuff. That's why, I'm definitely always been for Muslim style when it comes to that. We're not taking it. And so yes, I'm the pastor. I'm gonna say we're exempt. And 9 times out of 10, I'm not even working in your establishment. My kids are not attending your schools. Because again, it's not like they sit here and they say when you don't want to give them the immunization that, oh, well, you can still come here. No, you need to find another school that your child
another school
immunization.
Right.
That
accept them. Right. Yeah.
Right. They don't just, so when you're taking that stand and you're using that excuse, there are, back pieces that come with that.
Right.
So, I just, again, just say, everybody think about this how important is partying, how important is, people's lives are. You go places. Like I said, it's, some things are important. Sometimes some events you might just, they still have an event. I want to be there. Like I said, my friend's birthday was last weekend. I'm going to support my friend. I'm going to be conscious when I'm out. I'm not going to get drunk and get wasted so that I'm not conscious of what I'm doing, what I'm touching, or any of these things. And then when I got home, I went Friday, Saturday, I didn't come out my room.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Literally, to this moment, I'm really been still what do you call it? Isolating myself.
Isolation, right? Because you got.
At this point, I'm out. I'm fine. I know I don't have it, but shoot, my grandson has been a couple of places, bruh.
Right.
Bruh, you gotta be home. Like again, even if you have it, I want you as close to me as possible, but I want to know if you have it. So it's being conscious, it's being responsible, it's being respectful to others, because you might be able to fight it off, or you might have the shot and it helps you. And like I said, I'm hearing people say, well, because I got the shot, I don't get it as bad. No, maybe your immune system didn't just.
It's about the immune, right.
People are dying.
Yeah.
With fully vaccinated.
Yeah.
Fully double, tripled, and now we talking about no, you can't have the fourth one, and we do. So again, it's bigger than a shot. Yeah. I'm not saying a shot doesn't help. That by not choosing to take it yet does not mean that I think it doesn't help. But what I'm saying, it is bigger than that. You have more of a responsibility. And where you can watch one person have nothing but, I lost the taste and I lost this. And you can watch another person that on the physical aspect, you looking on the outside saying, they're in a better position or they're healthier, and it's taking them down.
Yeah. Men don't go to the doctor, so they really don't know what's really going on with them.
Your appearance does not show your physical health. Sometimes, yes, you might have an outbreak, or you might have hives, or you might have something that shows, something is going on internally. But honey, there's a lot of people walking out here looking like they in the best shape, and they just got it going on and croaking because they done ran a block and they knew they couldn't even run up 2 feet. So We can't physically tell what's going on with us, and we can't even tell, even visit being honest. Like that's the whole thing with us. We go to these doctors, and these doctors tell us whatever the hell they want to tell us.
Yeah.
You got to go in there and tell them, listen, no, that is not what it is. I have a doctor. Oh, it's this.
Yeah.
You need to do this, and it's your pressure, or it's this. It's your.
These doctors like mechanics now to me. You know what I'm saying? It's process of elimination. You know what I'm saying?
No, it wasn't that. Okay, so next time we'll try. That didn't work.
Look what I'm going through for my blood pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Like, what are you saying to me?
I went to one doctor. He said, "Yo, how you taking all these pills? This it's unheard of." You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
I didn't prescribe it to myself.
I'm like, yo, my doctor did. So I wanted to switch doctors behind that. You know what I'm saying? And you know how I am when I take the medication. I'm doped out.
You need to. If this is the time of two doctors, it's two. Oh yeah, I need to understand what it was. Yeah. Okay, let me make an appointment for 2 days later. Oh yeah, is this that? And see what they say and compare and contrast. Because no, this is fame for yourself.
Yeah, they was and they wasn't on the same page. They, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, like, and he's like. He was more experienced, the doctor I was talking to second, like, you know what I'm saying? He's been in the field longer. So, you know what I'm saying? Not to say if he know more because he was in the field, but I'm just saying, like, he was like, yo, like, that's different. Like,
and again, that goes with being woke too. Pay attention when these doctors prescribe, especially when you get prescribed more than one medication.
Yeah.
Do your independent research. Because sure enough, when you go read it, it'll tell you. Should not be taken with this and should not be taken with that. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, because sometimes I catch them right in the it say don't take that. Oh, right. So take that one in the morning and take that one at night.
Yeah.
Listen, it said don't mix it up. Meaning the residue is gonna be in my body from last night that I took. What we talking about? Either I can mix the two or not. Like,
and one of the pills I'm taking is I gotta take twice a day, and they want me to take it 12 hours from apart from each other. And he said, and it got to be 12 hours, not before.
Right.
So if I do it, something might happen. You know what I'm saying? Something bad, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, he already gave me something that messed up my kidney count. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then when he caught it, he's like, oh, I gave you this. I can't give you that.
Dialysis. Everybody's going on dialysis.
Yeah. And
that's the new thing.
I didn't tell you that. I didn't tell you that's what they told me. He told me. Yeah, he said, I'm gonna put you on temporary dialysis. You're not temporary. Bro, you ain't getting that. I ain't going there.
Kids and like look at the patterns of what they're doing. Like again, they're trying to find any way to get into our bodies and break our bodies. Like I said, I feel like you want to see and take my blood, steal some enzymes, the strength and the work. Because again, that is what you're pushing.
Yeah.
You push this like drug. Everybody, how many times? Oh, you holding a little water? We can temper. What? Mm-hmm. Give me a water pill.
And no, you got to remember too. You got to remember these doctors get credit for passing out other medication. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's not passed from the FDD. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just like they got everybody hooked now on these pain medicines, and now they want to take it away. So again, we woke the crisis that's coming, the purge that's about to happen. Because you think again, you got a bunch and heroin addicts, you have them, they prescribe these pills, they prescribe 30s and numbers that's astronomical, and now they are going to take this away, and now everybody's going on tramadol and trazodone. It's not going to bring them to that high, and so what are we going to start doing?
Yeah, they're going to start in these streets.
Going back. And then of course poverty is going to be at an all-time high. So hey, if I got the dope and they need the dope, I'm selling it again. So again, it's a whole big. It's definitely a big plan in action.
Yeah,
we're gonna let you out of prison. We're gonna get you back in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we letting you out for marijuana. We making it legal. Okay, well, we don't worry. We gonna circumvent that. We're gonna do something else to put you back in.
Mm-hmm.
We got a bigger picture going on. Pay attention. Like I said, stay woke. It is a lot happening going on that's real quiet. They know what the things that's not being talked about is the biggest problems.
Right.
You have a very high rate of people on pain management across the globe.
That's where the big money at. It's about the
And for
dollar.
you to just start saying, and then you can ask any of the people that you know that's on it. Oh, they already started. So listen, we're gonna have to start reading. Some they already started pulling, but they let you know, oh, we pulling that.
Mm-hmm.
What you mean you pulling that? Just like that. You're not gonna slow drag me. You're not gonna do nothing. You're just gonna give me something else that's not gonna work.
They gonna straight.
You created this
Mm-hmm.
purpose that knows, and now you're gonna tell me I'm going back to Tylenol.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's a lot happening. It's quiet. It's quiet. So you think it's a thing with this COVID. It's a whole lot of other things happening. Money. Look at the value. It's going out the window. All of this Bitcoin and all of these things that was like, oh, it was nothing 2-3 years ago. And even myself, I missed the wave. I done had it like 4 times and let it go, put the $5 in here, started up, and let it go. But missed the wave. So I think we should start paying attention, current events, looking in past what's happening in the world, not what they showing us, not the verses. Jay-Z's the king. I don't even know why he's so stupidity. You know everything. I got to slide him in one way or another.
Yeah.
You know? Again, knowing balance, knowing how to watch some of this stuff, but then also, hey, looking at the big picture, looking at the agenda. The agenda's there. That is another topic we're going to touch on in this coming new year. But what look, you got cursing books. You got Sesame Street, like everything. There's a big agenda on out here.
Yeah.
There's a wave, a lifestyle, and a mentality that's trying to be pushed.
Mm-hmm.
But it can only be pushed if you allow it to be pushed on. We gotta stop letting the computers, the tablets, the internet raise our children. We gotta know what's going on with these children. The situations and things that the struggles that we had growing up is not the same. You know, you got parents that still sit outside with their children. We was playing red light, green light. We was playing different kind of games. I sat out this summer. I was back home. I watched some of the games that these kids was playing and some of the things that they was doing. I don't know. We don't sit, we got to look at what we turn a blind eye to and what we don't turn a blind eye to, and what is innate and what is built upon us. We got roles and responsibilities. It's easy to turn a blind eye. It's time to open up your eyes. Start in your household, talking to your children, finding out the conversations, finding out these games, what motivates some of these games. What is, I'm not saying a gender role, but again, motivation for some of this stuff. What is appropriate and why it's being done? Is this something that you thinking that you're doing is appropriate, or is this something that others are doing and you just being a follower? Like, there's a lot to do. We got a lot to do. Instead of looking at other people and what they got going on and bashing or downplaying, let's start doing some self-reflection. Let's help each other. Let's say, listen, let's go back to raising. Listen, I see your kid doing so. Don't get mad. Don't get upset when somebody come tell you, oh, don't be talking about my kid. No, I saw them.
Mm-hmm.
I saw them trying to stop a problem.
I got told my business. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
What, to telling somebody's kid something?
I'm telling the parent about what the kid was, getting into, and they told me my business, the parent.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, like I was shocked.
Never mind. That should anybody. Oh, thank you. I don't care if you thought it was. I'm not sure what she was doing. I just saw over there. Thank you. She probably was doing something like yeah. Those days.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna get that, and that turned me like, wow, like I was like, look back, like for real. You didn't hear what I just said? I said it again. Like, maybe she didn't hear, maybe they didn't hear me. So I'm like, yo, bye. Mind your business, man. Mind your business.
Mind your business. I listened to Kanye. He said,
oh, shit.
Why we got a nanny when you got Big Mama? And I was a young mom. And I sacrificed. I didn't run out there. I stood on it and I raised mine. So I missed a lot. And I want to make up for time. But I still have a responsibility to my grandson, because my daughter did it right. She was a grown woman and she had. So Big Mama. I don't want nobody else telling him right from wrong. Why somebody else going? I'm not gonna let somebody else watch mine if I'm here and around just to go out.
Right.
Because nobody's gonna watch your own like you gonna watch your own.
Right.
I don't want like you said, you got people that sit around and be telling your kid, girl, don't even worry about your mom and your daddy. I know they fight, like talking grown business to children.
Mm-hmm.
Influencing what your child think about at home. That is never, you know, the child's place, that place. Let's bring it back. Let's bring the child place back.
Right.
You know, to go downstairs, to go in your room. I'm gonna close the door.
Right.
You know, but let's.
Yeah, we gotta stop talking around our kids. You know.
Yeah.
Stuff, you know what I'm saying?
You be talking to your friend, and next thing you know, your child jumped in and said something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not saying it was right, but we know we would be slapped down to the ground.
Right.
To the ground.
Right.
Like, what are you saying? Mind you, a bit like stay in a child's place. And like I said, I don't think that place is wrong. We need to bring it back. This is how we start restructuring things.
Right.
Let's more accountability, self-reflection. So yeah, this wrap up. This has been my year and the wrap up. I hope that this year coming along. I know that all I can say is that I already claimed it. You already know I've been saying summer 22 is what it's gonna do. It's me for the new. I'm talking. I'm calling. I'm saying keep it away from me. I don't know it. I'm back. I'm me with my big old mouth and saying what I say, and I'm not perfect, but you can call me on. I'm trying to live right.
Mm-hmm.
I got principles, I got boundaries, I got morals. I stand on them. I don't flip flop because I'm with this one. I don't flip flop because I'm with that one. I got friends. I choose. I take my stand, and it is what it is. So I'm content with what I do and say on here. Like I said, I'm not perfect, but I'm trying to be a better person. I'm trying to think more of us. I'm trying to give us some things to talk about, but also live my best life at the same time.
Right.
So I think there's a lot for us to think about. I think there's a lot more topics for us to talk about to get people thinking. I think that this year is going to be a prosperous one. You know, Lord willing, every day I'm alive, I'm going to keep on pushing to what I'm trying to do and avoid, you know, all the other people in the circle that are unnecessary. And then slowly but surely we'll wean them off and out from around me. That is a goal. Again, I know sometimes I'm carrying some dead weight, but I'm slowly but surely wiggling it off.
Shaking it off.
Shaking it off.
Shaking it off.
Shaking it off. Yeah, you know, I look at life and I look at some of these people now that I didn't have relationships with or could have had better friendships with, and I'm upset. Like I'm like, gosh, they turn out to be some really great people. They're goal oriented, they're motivated, they're loyal. There's so many different things that it's like, oh, I wasted time trying to be loyal to, I guess, a blocks at one point, and then loyal to, you know, I don't know, but I just know that no, two. I cannot take it. I cannot take it. I hope people learn from their mistakes. That's the key. I'm learning, steady. But again, I'm paying attention when them little the warning sign come in. I could buy a weed. What I lost? Oh, I'll take those little losses for them big instead of them big losses, them long-term losses, them time amount of losses. I'm a dodge when I can.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope everyone does the same. I don't think I'm past New Year's resolutions. I mean, if it works for you, so be it. But if you're going to say it, stick to it. Let it be about something. That's Otherwise, right. Just focus on living every day, the best day. Be the best person you could be.
For real.
Period. Stop pushing negativity. Let's try to build some more positivity. Let's do more accountability, self-reflection, love, uplifting, and supporting one another and whatever. And start investing in each other because I'm telling you,
we don't need each other.
It's falling.
Yeah,
it's falling. And I seen some, and last thing, because it just crossed my mind. I saw something. It was talking about spending money with black, and this is a minority discussion, and opposed to supporting buying a independent Black person opposed to a regular name brand, and it was like I would give the Black person, the minority business, half. I wouldn't invest the same much that I give into these businesses. And I'm just saying,
What?
like,
What?
we gotta really think of our brain. And I understand, like, Gucci, I don't care if they like me, I like that. And I get it, because there are some things, period. That's material, that's a design. If I like it, I like
You
it.
like it, that's it.
Period.
Right.
Right. I'm not going to get the fake one, because
Right.
if I like it, I like it, and I want the real thing. I'm not, because either I can do it or I can't. So
Right.
yes, I'm going to invest into it. But it's like, at the end of the day, I start thinking about, again, who like me?
Mhm.
Because you can have an outfit, I don't care what, I can love it, but if you holding this outfit up and say, here, nigga, you can have, bro, I don't want it.
It's really like that.
I don't want it. And when I'm in the struggle and I'm looking for somewhere to turn and asking somebody for, I'm from the project, so I'm used to seeing people outside. You got a dollar, you got a quarter, you got a Lucy, you got all. So when you ask, and you never turn into none of these people, you are turning to them same people that live above you or next to you or down the block from you. Those are the people you turn into. So those are the people that you really should be thinking about supporting.
Right.
Everybody gonna run out of a dollar and a quarter soon if we don't give back to each other.
Right.
We got to really start thinking outside of the box. We saying we want a piece of this nation and we want a spot. And again, I'm not racist. I'm not against anything. But again, you can't help nobody else until you help yourself. And people want to cut corners, and they can say whatever, trying to get around it. Again, even if you do something different, you still got a debt to the struggle. Because at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, I don't care who you with, who you date, where you at, who you know. You're going to be looked at like you looked at.
Dollars.
Because even some places money don't get you into.
Mm-hmm.
They will let you know real quick. You might think you can be a billion trillionaire and all that other stuff, made all the sneakers and shoes in the world. Again, when you come to stand up with us, you are still who you are. You are you with $1 trillion.
Mm-hmm.
So see the big picture. Wake up. Set goals for the new year. Stay focused. Don't listen to the haters. Don't listen to the naysayers. Find you some new people to support you. Don't feel like, I got to get the support right here. A lot of times, the ones around you that know you are the last. They'll be the one to jump on the bandwagon when everyone else does. You committed to something, get out there. Make your own new fan base.
That's right.
Your new buyers. Sell your stuff. Be proud of what you're selling and doing, and stay focused.
That's about it. Focus.
Yes, focus, consistency. We will be here. We'll be here. I'm hoping again. Yes, we will be starting the music show. I don't care. We waited. I want to wait a little bit longer, but for the New Year's, again, I'm hoping that
we in 222.
We hoping that we get what we want.
Yeah.
It's worth waiting for, but if
that's
we
right.
pull sometimes things are not. The timing might not be right, and sometimes. People might come through on the next level, whichever it go. But again, consistency and focus.
That's right.
We gonna do what we gonna do.
Right.
So yes, and again, one last time on the way out, if you're interested in Mary Kay for your skin, I'm a consultant. Get your stuff. Let me promote. This is what I can say. This acne. I can only promote stuff that I feel comfortable in knowing that it's working. Yeah, this is the little lip gloss is working, and that scrub. Because I got them struggle lips. I'm me. So we gonna watch it because I'm using the scrub, the satin scrubs. Yes, it is definitely working. It's coming along. So.
And I'm waiting for mine now. Today is coming.
So, yours should be.
Yeah, mine's coming today. The mail's coming today. I'm waiting for it today.
Of course.
So they're gonna see stuff on me too. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Tell them about the men's wash and stuff like that.
Right.
So again, you looking for me? I'm there.
Right.
All right. I hope everybody has a happy New Year.
Happy New Year's to everybody, for real.
Again, if you gotta go party, turn up, but be safe. Be safe. Put the mask on. Take the hand sanitizers with you, and then when it's all said and done, go quarantine.
Right.
But before then, to put some garlic, put some zinc, put some vitamin C, put some elderberry, put some what else? What else?
There's a lot of things.
Chlorophyll.
Yeah.
It's a lot of different things. Add
Yeah.
those. Look it up. You know, me, I say go CB style. Just look up Dr. CB and start following his stuff because everything has been working for me, and I'm sure they tainted his information by now as well. But
yeah.
still working.
Right.
And what we got? And I see my boy Specs. So if you're out in Brooklyn, Coney Island, Specs, he's selling it, and I don't have it now, but I see that he's selling the Seymours. So again,
Okay.
you know,
Okay. Yeah.
I'm proud. I like to see that. So he has it. It's something worth getting. All right, y'all. Happy
Peace
New
out.
Year's.
Peace out.
You're tuned into